Remember, if we learn something, then we've done something. I'm going to read a few things. You got to excuse me, I'm tired. I didn't get to the gym this morning until like 8:15. I left. I wasn't waiting for them to open it because I get up real early. 7 is when they're supposed to, and I went back later on. But I had to hit legs, and I haven't hit legs hard in a while. And I'm tired. I'm talking a lot, and yelled, and I'm hoarse a little bit. But we're going to talk about ferrum phosphate. This is one of the 12 mineral salts. And this cell salt would fall under Pisces. And what we do know is that it colors the blood corpuscles red and carries oxygen to all parts of the body. And remember, what's the big thing? This, and it is. And what does it do? Yeah, that's it. That's all they know. This is, I'm going to prove to the world that this is what I am, I guess. Because that's Satan. So we're going to talk about it, because when we're deficient of these cell salts that we're made of, then we become sick. Okay, it says, excuse me. In Latin, the word ferrum is derived from the word ferro, meaning to bear, to bring, to carry. And this is the true nature of this magnetic salt. It bears, brings, and carries oxygen to the breath of life inside you and me. Where strength and firmness are required, iron is used. Our strongest machinery is made of it. Iron and steel are used for the framework of buildings. Its use in the body is exactly the same, for strength. Therefore, in attracting oxygen into the body, humanity is supplied with strength to endure and to fight for the right and not get sick. And the following information from the Encyclopedia Britannica verifies this Dr. Schuessler statement in the biochemic system that ferrum phos, iron, as well as the other 11 salts, are absorbed by the blood. They're absorbed by the blood. These cell salts are. Now, we're going to read something else over here, and it says, we'll read something about Scripture in a minute. It has been explained that ferrum, or iron, is a powerfully magnetic salt which has a tremendous affinity for oxygen. Okay? And that kills it. Hang on. I'm not going to read that one yet. It's been explained that this magnetic salt has a tremendous affinity for oxygen. Oxygen seeks to combine with iron wherever found. This is the explanation of the entrance of ether into the depths of the earth. Iron is there to pull it within, and so too in the depths of the human body. There must be the full quota of iron to attract the air fully to energize each atom. Otherwise, they perish one by one. See, when you don't know this, when you breathe, you charge those atoms within you, because the air is electric. And it makes sense now that the Vatican has claimed dominion on the air. They claim the air. How do you claim the air? That's like Kiss saying, you know what, I'm going to patent that right there. Like, you can't patent the hands. What? Yeah. Gene Simmons said he's going to patent that. Well, go ahead. The Vatican can claim dominion on the air. And the air is like, it's electric. And it's what makes us run. Man breathes easily, freely, fully, unconsciously when there is no deficiency in iron, which is ferrum phos. God in him does the breathing. On going outdoors where there is much more oxygen, the process at once becomes deeper. One never thinks of the breath until hampered by insufficient iron. They're talking about, being overweight, doing things to where your lungs, and the hell just breathing in, period, hasn't, it's hard, because it's all this plays a role, man. And what we're going to do is look at Leviticus 17:11. Come to you from the Lord's book. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, for it is the blood that maketh atonement for the soul. Okay? Atonement. This is a big word to some of y'all in church. All right, it says, here is a concrete statement. When all the mineral elements which constitute chemically perfect blood are present in the veins and arteries, the blood is in a state of at-one-ment. Yeah, from all the cell salts. Yeah, and it's not just one way. And it says, and therefore is able to make atonement for the soul, which is the sum total of the fluids, those of nerves and glands. Disease or lack of at-one-ment or deficiency is the cause of death. Otherwise, none would die. It's all, when you get into this, biochemistry is you. It's you. You have to, you got to know you, but the word, you've been driven to go to the doctor your whole life, and that's by design. When the whole time, when we don't know about our 12 cell salts, and like this one right here, this is a very important cell salt that we need to know about, because if it carries oxygen, which it does, and the blood has to be running on the right vibration, and it's not. And what do we do now? We cover this up. Have you seen any doctors going, look, this is what we're doing to you. I'm showing you. But like, this is your respiratory system. Okay? When you do this, then what happens is that oxygen entering the blood is restricted. Now that cell salt's going to be deficient. Now it's going to start damaging the brain. Now it's going to create the vehicle, which is you, the body, to start breaking down and to start having symptoms, all because of this. You block this because now you got carbon dioxide exiting the blood. Blood's magnetic. You don't know that. It's magnetic. It's electric, buddy. Boogie woogie woogie. I'm tired. It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie. I had to get it right. So, when we don't have, look, here's the deal. And then those of y'all that don't know this, look. So when we don't have our blood, Scripture says, it's telling us too. There's all kinds of meanings in there. It ain't just whatever you want it to say. Well, then if you got whatever you want out of it, we do too. Because this is all teamwork from people you don't even know too. So the oxygen that we get in, you're going to take 1,200 breaths an hour. Okay? You're going to have 1 gallon of air of inflation each breath. Okay? And what does the arteries do? The air carriers. Well, everything when you breathe in your lungs and the digestive system, everything works together. Okay? And then it turns it into the blood. So when the blood's corrupted, when the oxygen is cut, okay, 1,200 breaths an hour. When you cut this right here, and a gallon of air of inflation. So now you've cut, in 1 hour, you have made this vehicle start running at default because you've blocked it. Now this, instead of getting a gallon, it's getting a half a gallon. Now it's starting to fuck with the brain because the blood running through you is starting to be weakened. And that's why y'all get sick. Even those of you that don't wear them, you still punish yourself through a non-active lifestyle. You never exert your body to sweat. You're supposed to sweat and challenge yourself. You have to. And when you don't, the vehicle does this and becomes at default. And then we get sick. Okay? So, oxygen entering the blood, carbon dioxide exiting. You block that. And if you're going to wear it, this is my whole point with this video. I love you. I don't care. If you're for these, at least get this cell salt. So it'll compensate for you being a this right here. I mean, seriously. I have that. That's what we have. All y'all, all them people, all that right there is a lie. But if you're going to do that, I care about you. So get this cell salt, ferrum phosphate. Okay, you'll have to go really deep to get it. And then get the other 12 tissue cell salts combined and start taking them. Because you're killed. Y'all don't understand. This is doing. You see what this is? It's doing that to it. And it's not doing that. This does. That doesn't. That's all you hear. Over here you got, the society that you live in creates the diabetes because we don't know these, the 12 cell salts. And this is one of them. And the more we don't know, because all we do is this, hey man, let's just do nothing and eat modified food snacks all the time. Because the experts who've taken this from us, experts don't want you to know anything. I love it.